Hey guys, Scott here, and welcome to Ariandel Arsenal, a small little series where I look at all the new weapons in the DLC and check out what makes them unique or really good or really bad or just basically everything surrounding it in a quick little neat package. This is also in no way affiliated with Oro's Arsenal, which is complete trash. Alright, so without further ado, let's take a look at Friede's Great Scythe. Also, real quick before I start, I just want to let you guys know that at the time of this video being posted, the DLC is not actually quite out for everybody yet. So I will not be going over the item description. I will not tell you where to get this weapon. The only thing that's actually going to be spoiled in these videos is the actual moveset of the weapon. And that's it. So if you don't want to see that yet, just come back in a couple days and I'll see you then. But other than that, let's actually take a look at the moveset. So it's a really unique weapon, which is good because Dark Souls 3 really needed more unique weapons that didn't share the exact same moveset. Now, the one-handed moveset is the exact same as the Reapers. That is the only thing it shares with other Reapers, which is good, though, because the one-handed moveset is actually the longest range attacks and the quickest attacks that it has. Now, the two-handed moveset is slower and deceptively shorter range than you'd think. It seems like the way that the actual Scythe is swung, that it would be pretty long range, but it's not. You can even see the sparks on the ground. I've tested it with people. It's shorter range than you'd think, so that's one downside to it, so definitely don't overestimate the range of it. But the moveset is really unique. It's got a 3-hit combo like some dual weapons, and the third hit has extremely long range, but again, obviously this requires you to telegraph your attacks and swing multiple times in a row. So, honestly, if you want to space properly, you probably want to do it with the one-handed moveset. That's the best range and the best speed. The two-handed moveset has limited use because of its speed being slightly slower and the fact that its range is a little bit worse as well. However, it does really nice damage and it looks fancy as hell. However, the thing that really sets this weapon apart from everything is the weapon art. Now, the weapon art does two things. First off, when you hold L2, you conjure this little magical scythe in your offhand. And when you actually press R2 while you're doing that, you shoot out this cone of ice. Now, this attack is pretty worthless. I've hit people point blank with this scythe and the actual frost attack, only to have it do like 150 damage and no frostbite or anything. So, overall, I'd say this attack is pretty damn useless, and I hope it gets buffed because it looks awesome, but the damage is just not there right now. However, the L2 R1 is a really, really interesting move. So, when you do an L2 R1, you leap into the air, almost like a Onikiri leap or like a Claw's leap. When you leap into the air, you start getting hyper armor, and when you land, you can chain it into another R1 that has hyper armor, which can be chained into another R1 which has hyper armor, which can be chained to another R1 which has hyper armor, and so on. You can do this like 6 or 7 times in a row with 40 endurance. And the thing is, you can control when you want the attacks to start. This is a Hollow Slayer Great Scythe, basically, in terms of being a hyper armor blender, because you can control when the hyper armor is actually going to be. The thing is, though, an opponent that knows about this, once you start the combo, it's just going to run away from you, and that's about it. But for people that don't know about this, you can catch people off guard so easily because of the amount of control you have over doing these L2 R1s. So you can do it really, really fast. You can do all the combos really, really quickly, and kind of just wreck somebody. Two of the combos will hit. Obviously, the third one will not hit. And then you can also do an L2 R1 and kind of wait. You can wait like a full second and then chain it again, then wait a full second, then chain it again, or just stop into a regular attack. The reason why I think this weapon is actually pretty good is because it breaks away from the problem that a lot of, slower weapons in Dark Souls actually has, where all of its attacks are really telegraphed. You only can start them at the same speed. The charged R2s can be ended at a different speed, but other than that, all of your attacks are just the same. You can't really do much other than stagger R1s. With this weapon, you can control basically your level of hyper armor, and you can control where it goes. You can control how you basically, it's like one of the best get away from me attacks in the game, because it's very hard to stop. I've tanked through an ultra great sword before. Now, granted, I don't know if I won the trade, but I didn't get interrupted with it. So the actual hyper armor that it actually has, or the poise multiplier, is very, very good. And I think that is the best thing about the weapon. The two-handed moveset is kind of it's okay. But the L2 R1s are where you really need to learn to master this weapon. So here's a couple of examples of what I'm talking about and delaying them. And here's some more just overall gameplay with the Scythe. And hope you guys enjoyed the quick video. These are all going to be very quickly made. I'm not going to do like really in-depth guides for all these. Because frankly, I'm not good enough with them to give you an in-depth guide. That would be unfair. So I will I will see you guys next time, and here is the rest of the footage. Hope you guys enjoy, and so far, so good with the DLC.